XRP is surging today after one of the most influential financial figures in the world revealed his bullish XRP price prediction for 2023. Welcome to my channel, home of the largest and greatest crypto community in all the internet. Every day on this channel, I show you how to make money in crypto. If you like money in crypto, make sure to hit that subscribe button. In today's video, I am gone. Now share with you why XRP is surging over 10% and how we could see these gains continue into 2023. Let us get it? Alright. First, let me show you what's going on with XRP. The XRP price today is up over 10% and is now trading at about $1. We can see this on our charts. It's right here. This green candle is the 10% pump we've seen from XRP in the last 24 hours. And as you can see, we are very close to breaking out of this downtrend line, which has been XRP's resistance since December. If XRP breaks out above this resistance, we'll be looking at a retest of the all-time high at around $1.80. And this is where things get interesting, because this chart from XRP enthusiasts shows us that the probability of an XRP ETF is at an all-time high. As you can see, the probability is currently sitting at 93%. And if this continues to climb higher, well, we know that ETFs have caused some massive pumps in other crypto. For example, the launch of the Bitcoin Futures ETF caused the Bitcoin price to skyrocket. And so if we were to see an XRP ETF, I think we would see a similar reaction in the market. In fact, Bloomberg even agrees with me, saying that an XRP ETF could cause the price of XRP to go parabolic. This is what they said. A spot Bitcoin ETF has already drawn interest from money managers. So, the launch of a rival product tracking the second biggest cryptocurrency could also spark interest from funds that want exposure to the digital asset, the direct ownership that comes with a spot ETF. It could also attract investors who believe the XRP token has a better chance of being embraced by regulators than Bitcoin, given its use case as a payments token, and I have to agree with them. The more likely scenario is that we won't see a Bitcoin ETF anytime soon, but we will see an XRP ETF, and that's because the SEC has already stated that XRP is not a security, it's a currency. And the SEC chairman even went on record to say that he thinks stablecoins are securities. So it only makes sense that we would see a stablecoin ETF before we see a Bitcoin ETF, which means that we will likely see an XRP ETF before we see a Bitcoin ETF. And this brings me to my next point. Just like the Bitcoin ETF caused Bitcoin's price to explode, I think the launch of the XRP ETF will cause XRP's price to explode. But it won't just be the launch of the ETF that causes this price explosion. We are actually already seeing the price of XRP surge due to speculation that an ETF will be coming soon. And this is why I believe the price of XRP will continue to surge throughout 2023. And it is all because of one man. Gary Gensler is the CEO of Digital Assets, a crypto hedge fund that manages over $1 billion in assets under management. And he recently went on CNBC where he made some shocking statements. He said, "I think XRP is the best play for 2023. I think it's the best trade. I think it has the most catalysts, and it's the most likely to break out." Now, why is he so bullish on XRP? Well, that's because he believes that we are approaching a tipping point for crypto regulation. And that tipping point is the XRP ETF. He continued, "There is a lot of regulatory clarity coming in 2023. There is an ETF that is pending, and there is probably going to be a couple of other crypto ETFs that get approved." He then added, "When we look at the macro picture, we're nearing an inflection point for crypto regulation and adoption. We're nearing a tipping point. And when you look at different ways to play that trade, Brad Garlinghouse is the best positioned." So, Gary is saying that XRP is the best play for 2023 because of all the regulatory clarity that is coming. And that regulatory clarity comes in the form of an XRP ETF, and that's why we are already seeing the price of XRP pump. Because the market knows that an XRP ETF is imminent. And once that XRP ETF gets approved, I think we will see an even bigger price pump. This is also supported by XRP enthusiasts, who tweeted out this chart showing us that the probability of an XRP ETF is at an all-time high. So, with all this in mind, I think it is pretty clear that the price of XRP is about to go on an insane run. So, if you're a fellow XRP Army soldier, I wish you good luck. And remember, XRP is not a security. XP is a currency.